Hey guys, it's Tom and Paul once again. Resale America Liquidation Motivations, our channel, and we're super excited to be here today. Why? Because it is opening day of football. And in case you didn't know, I'm in a little bit of a dilemma, Paul. A little bit of a dilemma. So Paul and I kind of have a unique football story. Paul is from New England.
New England for Tom Brady, Gillette Stadium, Patriots.
Huge Tom Brady fan, huge Patriots fan. So Tom Brady gets traded to Tampa. So now he's like a fair weather friend, right? He's jumping over to Tampa. You know, now Tampa, his favorite team. My favorite team of all time is the Dallas Cowboys. So opening day tonight is the Cowboys versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You know, I am wearing a Tampa Bay Buccaneers jersey just because I don't want to get in a fight when I go to the stadium. We got tickets to opening day. I'm so excited. I'm anxious. And we got Stan. Stan's going to film the tailgating party that we're going to go to. So awesome day. This is just like the days that you live for. This is why we work every day, right? This is why we work hard every day so that we can so we can have fun times like this, so we can create memories. If you have any questions, comments, put them down below in the questions forum. Thanks for coming on the channel. What are we going to talk about today, Paul?
Resale America.
So Resale America, right? So what we did something a little bit different today is that we're now streaming live on our Resale America Facebook page. We haven't done it there currently in the past because this has been more about flipping merchandise and making money. But I figure that could bring some value to our Resale America clients, and you know, I think we have like almost 10,000 people on the page. You know, so we added an additional audience. You know, anybody who can learn about this business, anybody who can remember. I'm a marketing company that owns bin stores and a liquidation store. So we are trying to do as much as we can for marketing to get our message out to everybody to keep my stores, my businesses top of mind. You know, we talked about that every day in our videos, and Paul does a lot of the marketing that we do here at Resale America, a lot of the Facebook Lives. You want to tell our crowd what you do?
Oh yes, no, for sure. Yeah, every day we do a daily live video. As everybody's watching, I do appreciate it, right? Liking, following, and sharing. And of course, we give a daily keyword, which was entitled "Get 10% off your entire purchase." And we have 110,000 square feet. As everybody knows, we're in the former Macy's, the Lakeland Square Mall. This channel is, you know, for liquidation motivation. If you're just joining, you know, if you watch our videos every day, I appreciate it. But make sure you watch the liquidation motivation because we do sell pallets here as well. I talk about that every day. Amazon mystery pallets are a big hit. Great for reflipping. We have turbo pallets for Home Depot. Great for contractors. We have Lowe's. We got Hay Needle. We have all types of pallets. So if you're in the reflipping business, this is a channel that you want to jump on and watch liquidation motivation. Make sure you subscribe to it as well so you get all the updated feeds.
That's right. So liquidation motivation on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Please like our videos. You know, because we're doing these lives, it's like Stan and I haven't had enough time to do our regular videos, right? So we're kind of slacking on that. We're trying to get right back to our behind the scenes videos of what happens here in the store, the merchandise that comes in. Hopefully we can get another one out today. But you know, what happens is we come in here, Stan and I, we do a Bitcoin video, a crypto video in the morning. Then we do this live, and then we go out and film for our regular videos. And then I have to go to football practice most days, so I have to leave early from work. Football will be for another 6 weeks. After that's over, we'll have a lot more time to do more filming and more videos. But thank you guys for watching. Thank everybody who participates in our group. You know, if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments down below. We are on a bunch of different platforms, so we don't always see who's leaving the comment. If we do see your name, we will announce it here. But yeah, so excited about the liquidation business. People are reaching out to me all over the country. You know, loads that weren't available before are now becoming more available. You know, my business is going great lately. Sales has been astronomical lately. You know, I mean, I went away for a weekend. I went to Vegas, right? Went to Vegas for a week. The whole time we were gone, they were hitting record sales in our store. You know, I know there was a report yesterday. Paul reports a lot on the virus and what's going on in the news. But the report I saw yesterday is that it's like down 25% in this past reporting period, this past week. Compared to hospitalizations are down 25%. So I'm praying it gets better. They always talk about a summertime spike. You know, hopefully we're going into wintertime and rules can relax a little bit. We're not forced to wear masks anywhere. You know, that the snowbirds come back down to Florida, which is huge for anybody who lives in the South. You know, we want those northerners down here. So it's, you know, when you live up north, right, your sales double in the summertime. When you live down south, your sales double in the wintertime. So it's, you know, you get one edge, we get the other side. So I just love the business. Love that back. Tommy Seals is on live with us. Tommy Seals, what's up, buddy? Yeah, we're going to the game tonight, Tommy. You're probably going too. Tommy, this guy lives the most exciting life I've ever seen, man. He's always at Disney's. Yeah, you know Tommy.
Yeah, of course.
Always at Disney, always out to dinner, always with his wife. Beautiful wife, beautiful family. I mean, he's such a great guy, man. Thanks for coming on, Tommy. Yeah, I'm going to be at the game tonight. We're going to start a new channel that's all about tailgating at football games. I have some big knucklehead football guys that are going to go there, and they're so funny. I just can't wait for that to get started. So we're going to get a little film from the Tampa Bay tailgating party tonight. We're actually going to be in the tailgating party, you know, probably doing a little bit of this, whatever that is, but
it's going to be fun.
It's going to be a great game, you know. If Prescott can stay healthy, maybe they'll compete. I don't know, you know, but certainly Tampa Bay has got a little bit of momentum, right?
Yeah, just won the Super Bowl last year. I mean, what's not to love? Raymond James Stadium, right at home kickoff.
Yeah,
you can't beat that.
Yeah, and they look great, man. They looked so good last year in the playoff run. You know, I'm very excited. I'm very excited and torn because I'm a Cowboys fan, but I live in Tampa, and so Tampa's my #2 team. I really would like a jersey that was cut in half, right? Tampa and Cowboys. That way, when I go to the field tonight, nobody wants to fight with me. They understand my dilemma, right? Because most people who live in Florida are transplants anyways. So there's a lot of favorite other teams in Florida, right?
Oh, yeah.
Paul's New England, you know.
Sure. Then when Tom Brady left with Gronk, it's like, am I a Tom Brady fan or am I a Patriots fan at this point? And,
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, so I grew up in a military family. So whenever I became football age, I really had no allegiance to anybody. And my dad was a Miami Dolphin fan, and I'm from New York. So I was kind of in a dilemma. My parents said, "What do you want to be for Halloween?" I said, "A football player." I was playing football at the time. And they said, "What's your favorite team?" And I looked up who was the best team at the time, the Dallas Cowboys. So that's how I became a Dallas Cowboys fan.
Yeah, the thing that makes it hard down here is I couldn't watch enough Patriot games because we don't have like DirecTV or anything. We had Spectrum, which is limited. So we ended up Buccaneers, and the more you watch, the more you follow, the more you love. So.
Okay, so maybe we should talk about liquidation and everything like that.
Sidetracked, get excited about football.
So Carmen's an Eagles fan, huh? Carmen, you and me are going to go at it there. But XY Abra, the videos are lacking. What's going on? Yeah, I just kind of explained that Stan and I, because Stan and I, we're trying to expand our videos. So we do, you know, I love you, as you know, I love to talk about crypto. So me and another friend started a new crypto channel. We film that first thing in the morning. Then Stan and I come on and do this. You know, by the time we get out there and finish planning, it's noon. Stan is editing videos and getting things working. Stan gets out of his office at about 2 or 3. We come out, we film what's going on in the store, and then now I'm coaching football, so I got to leave by 5. I'm not working until 7 or 8 like we normally do. So it's cutting into my schedule. That's only 6 weeks more. Well, I think we do, if we can. I mean, we're going to the football game today. Stan's going with me, and he's going to be filming the tailgating. If we can get another video out before then, we did some filming yesterday. We're going to try to post. So our goal is to do this live and then to do one in-store video a day. That's our goal. You know, as long as time lets that happen. What's happening, my man? Esteban's in the house. Come on in here, Esteban.
Look
at this. Right here. Oh, yeah. This guy's a Patriots fan, too. So he's going to be upset with me when
true New England.
Because I'm a Cowboys, even though I got the shirt on, I'm a Cowboys fan, and I'm going to the game tonight, baby. Yeah, opening day. If you've never been to an opening day, I've been to Red Sox opening day before. You guys ever been down there? Fenway. What Lansdowne Street? Right, that's where Mamikins is, where Aerosmith's bar. You party down there all day. They're giving away stuff everywhere. They're giving free stuff away.
Was it back in like 2005? We actually won tickets on eBay for like $22 for tickets.
Nice.
For Fenway Park.
Yeah, what do they call it? Green Monster? Yeah. Is that the Green Monster? Yeah. The worst thing about going to a baseball game in Boston is there's the parking, right? I mean, there's parking garages, but it's right outside. Yeah, it's right downtown in the city, so it's so congested down there.
That's why I always took the train.
That's right. You take the T, right? Take the T. But the best thing about going to a game there is once you walk out of the stadium, there's thousands of bars and restaurants and nightclubs and things to do, places to go. I mean, I think what's the Sam Adams Brewery's right there, right?
Sam Adams? No, it's a little further out.
Okay. I remember going to Sam Adams for some reason. But yeah, so Boston's a great town to be a sports fan in. So hey,
Man,
you gonna help us out here? We're gonna answer some.
I'm jealous that you're going to the game.
Yeah, I'm excited. All right, what do we got here? Having a hard time finding a 2,500 square foot warehouse with loading dock in Kissimmee, Florida area. Any recommendations how to find a private owners, not big corporate leasing companies? I mean, Ben, that is super hard. So number one, you go to loopnet.com, and I did the search yesterday. I took all of Florida. I put in retail. I didn't look for warehouse. Now, it could work in a warehouse if you have fans set up in Florida, but certainly, you know, I did a flea market for 5 years, and we had fans, and that helps the heat, but it's miserable during the summertime, and your customers are miserable during the summertime. During the wintertime, you know, they double. The customers double. Actually, you were there for a little while, right?
Oh, which one?
Big Top.
Yes, I was.
Yeah,
Yep.
so it's absolutely miserable.
I was like a couple of booths away.
I don't know how I didn't get to meet him, so I don't know, man. I don't know. What were you selling there?
I was giving airbrush tattoos, selling airbrush tattoos to kids, and I posted in front of a toy store. Shout out to Mark Moore, who owns that.
Oh yeah. I know the store you're talking about. Yeah, that's a great store. It's like a collectible shop, man. They had everything in their collectibles. It was so sweet. It was nice. But okay, so loopnet.com. I searched all of Florida. I only searched retail, and I found the cheapest places in all of Florida. They're in, mine was in Ocala. So I'm going to look at that space tomorrow. You know, I didn't search warehouses, look in warehouses. But remember, that's normally where the big corporate guys go. Go to Craigslist, but I've already looked in I haven't looked for that size in Craigslist. Go to Craigslist, because really the people who aren't tech savvy still use Craigslist, right? Anybody who's ahead of their time or within their, I don't want to mean ahead, you know, that keep up with technology are now on Facebook Marketplace. Yeah. But if you go to Craigslist, that's normally an OG property owner, you know, somebody that doesn't, they're going to take a paper check instead of an electronic check. But that's where I found one of my stores was on Craigslist, you know, because the cheaper property owners advertise there. The C plazas, I don't want to say dirtbag, but you know, the plazas that aren't as nice, that have like the mom and pops that let you put a banner up instead of a fancy sign, that's the kind of plaza you want to go into. So yeah, that's where I would look. But then there's like individual real estate websites, right? There's 100 of those that you can go to. I'm not sure who's great in Florida and Kissimmee, but you know, I know like where I was from, up in New York, it's like Pyramid Brokerage. You can go there. You can go to look at any of the big real estate companies' commercial sites, and they will have a whole bunch of commercial listings. The problem is there's no one aggregator site. Blockchain solution right here, blockchain. Yeah. Somebody needs to create an aggregator site for all commercial properties, right? That's free to use and free for both the consumers and the sellers. Okay, if they created that, we could put LoopNet out of business, because in order to put your property on LoopNet, you have to subscribe, and it's like thousands and thousands of dollars a year. Yeah, so a small mom and pop won't put anything on there because they don't want to pay the thousands of dollars, although they're the biggest. So if somebody could come out with a solution that's free, maybe you sell ads, or maybe it's based on a blockchain, you know, you really could bring the market together, because right now it sucks. You can't find stuff. The best thing might be, Ben, drive your ass around. Whenever I want to go to a town, you know, I look at my map, I look at the population densities of the areas, I point out where I want to be, and then I go to that town and I drive around and I start looking for, you know, available spaces with like for rent signs. If you see a little for rent sign, that's a great one to call. You know, talk to these people, because they're not a company. They're not owned by, you know, like the store here, 110,000 square feet, is owned by real estate investors in Israel, right? Mm-hmm. So they're by the book to the T, and you know, they're real pain in the butt to deal with. I mean, I guess if you follow the rules, they're not a pain in the butt to deal with, but I don't normally follow the rules. You know, but if you're dealing with just a local landlord, you can say, hey, Charlie, my rent's going to be 7 days late. I hope you don't mind. And he's going to give you a little more leeway, or he's not going to care if you store something out back, or where national landlords are all about, and they're always talking, about, insurance. You need to have an insurance rider on this, and all these extra costs that you really don't want to incur. So try the driving around. Does Esteban have a training procedure plan or manual for VAs for the eBay business?
I do. I do recommend that. I do have one, and it is customized to Resale America right now and for my store. I think that I want to create a generic one. This way you can use it for your VAs. This is the hardest thing to share because it's going to be, we'd have to customize it for every business because you don't run a business the same way we do. So it's very, it can get a little confusing. Because if I were to hand you a user guide for your VAs, and they'll tend to make mistakes because they're catering to our business type rather than yours. So if that's something you wanted us to do, we could create something like that. But I kind of wanted to bring up some points in regards to VAs, hiring VAs. The number one thing is how to communicate with them, what to expect. Is that something we can talk about?
Yeah. So let me just start it. Let me start the conversation. So our website. What's our website? We're putting all this on.
It's going to be on liquidationmotivation.net.
So liquidationmotivation.net. It's being built right now, and we're going to give all these free resources to you. And we can even make it editable, right? A lot of people want to make monetize off this kind of stuff, and a lot of people, so they put it in a PDF so you can't edit it. We'll make it. So we'll put it in maybe a Word document so you guys can download it and then make those changes for yourself. We're all about sharing our information and making the community grow together. And we certainly benefit from this. So we don't do this for no reason. We benefit by this because we're building relationships with so many people in this community. I mean, I got a phone call the other day from a gentleman that says, "Hey, Tom, I'm about to get the contract for XYZ company," which I don't want to talk about. I don't want to rat him out. He says, "I'm about to get this contract. Do you want to take all the merchandise from Florida?" Well, hell yeah. Hell yeah, I do. Do you think I want to be on the contract level? And why is this guy talking to me? Why is he talking to me, right? Because he sees these videos. We're building relationships. I met him in Vegas, and now I'm going to have another avenue of merchandise. And when it comes true, I'll release all the information if it does come true. A lot of times it doesn't work out, but if it does work out, I'll let everybody know what it is. And that's what we all need for this business, is to share this information. It's so important that you build relationships. I told this story about a guy. I went to Hooters because I love their smoked wings. Right, that's what I always get. Paul gets cheese sticks when we go.
Mozzarella sticks.
That's right. I love the smoked wings, and I'm sitting next to a guy with an Amazon shirt on, and I didn't frickin' talk to him. I'm like, I'm an outgoing guy, right? But I didn't even talk to him. And that guy could have changed my life. Build relationships every chance that you get. Okay, so liquidationmotivation.net. We're working on it. The VA aspect. Go ahead.
Yeah. So when it comes to VAs, I would definitely put together a document showing you what's the best way to reach out to a VA, and how to hire them, what questions we should be asking them, how to communicate with them, what to expect from them as well. And a few of those things would be like the culture in the Philippines is very much they just don't want to let you down, so they're afraid to speak up. So you kind of want to give them a more of approachable attitude towards them. So this way they're more open to speaking up when it comes to anything that's going on, whether it's multiple questions on the same thing, or when it comes to if they make a mistake, they're more open to talking to you and letting you know rather than you finding out. The other thing is, when speaking to someone in other countries, don't speak with idioms. For example, extending an olive branch. They're not going to know what that means.
Yeah, they're going to be like,
yeah,
what?
What does olive branches have to do with eBay? So we can't use idioms like that. We can't use giant words because this is their second language. So let's try to be more direct and more easy to absorb when it comes to giving out instructions to them. Those are the few things that I wanted to talk about today, but I would like to go into more in depth when I create these documents, and then we'll maybe have a video in regards to that.
There's another question for you.
There's another question.
Yeah,
I had them set up for drop shipping, but only email support and order fulfillment. I've never done drop shipping, and I
get it though, right? I get it, right? If you have anything that you're doing on a computer, it doesn't matter what business you're in. The VAs is a cost-effective way to expand your business and take it to the next level. So that's good, Irvin, that you're already using them. So yeah, anything that you can do. I have a problem keeping them accountable, and that's why Esteban's way better at that. Esteban keeps them accountable. But going forward, if we could hire 50, 100, we're just 10xing our business, our online presence, which we all know that I'm passionate about the digital future, and it's just going to keep doubling every year. So eventually everything's going to be digital. Get no more analog, no more checks, no more anything. I can't believe they haven't outlawed paper checks yet. But it's such a great tool for your business, right? Thank you. Great tool for your business. So think about that if you're looking to go to the next level. But Samantha Smith, I love you, Samantha. I don't know what you look like, but I love you. She said, Tom is the real deal. His advice is genuine. He doesn't have an underlying motivation for helping people like most do. If you ever meet him, you can tell he's good people. Oh, that might be Samantha's boyfriend, Jeremy. I don't know if it's Samantha or Jeremy, but thank you. Hey, thanks for the kind words. The truth is, we really do want to help out. You can tell because we're not monetizing anything that we do on, well, YouTube is monetized and we make $400 a month, but that doesn't even pay Stan. So, we're trying to improve that. So like and subscribe so I can pay Stan more money. Okay. But yeah, what are the companies, when you're watching a YouTuber, just watch. They might have like a Patreon group that you got to pay to get into to get additional information. The affiliate link, I don't think affiliate links are bad, and we someday might do affiliate links. All that means is, hey, this is the printer I use, and if I recommend it, if you click on my link and buy it from Amazon, I get $3 or something like that. Yeah. I don't think that's a problem with a YouTuber monetizing that. But then they get into like
because it doesn't come out of their pocket.
Yeah. Right? Like special Facebook groups that are $200 a year to join, or my paid course is down below, and it's normally $5,000, but today it's $59.99, right? That's just a bunch of crap. There's a lot of YouTubers that do that to monetize. I mean, I get it. I get why they do it.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. We do pretty well in our stores, and so we don't need to go to those levels. We just want to build. I want to build this business. Yeah. I want to build this business up as big as I can. I want to have. When will I be successful in this business? I don't know. When I have 50 bin stores,
Wasn't your goal 20?
20 is a good start. I'm only 2 right now. Hopefully 3 in a couple weeks. But I don't know what that could be successful, but or Bitcoin takes off and then I'm out of here. So sorry guys. But you guys can take over, okay? Oh, we're giving it to all you guys. Yes, I need help in Oklahoma finding loads at a good price. Help me, Jackie. Now I'm pretty good with my geography. I don't really know central U.S., but isn't Oklahoma and Nebraska close? They got to be close, right? Yes. They're both cowboy states. So I believe Colton Carlson's in Nebraska. So I'd reach out to Colton Carlson, who does some brokering. We talked about some loads that he said yesterday that were the cheapest Amazon smalls he's ever seen. So I like Colton. There's a bunch of other great guys in our group that I don't normally mention, and it's not that they're not good people and great brokers. I just never bought anything from them. So I don't want to tell you guys somebody that I haven't actually talked to, vetted, bought from, seen the product. I do buy from Midtown Liquidators in California, and then I bought some from Essex, and then some from Excess Limited. Although watch out for their process loads. They are loads that are just set up for failure. All right, the process loads set people up for failure. Don't buy one of those. Buy the direct one, the fulfillment center loads that come from these guys. I had really good luck with them. So
I like this question right there.
Do you
Coda,
believe? Yeah,
Coda says, do you believe this niche will get oversaturated? And in regards to the bin stores, I could see that it could be, but in truth, any business, If you look at a gas station, how many gas stations are across the street from one another? Or look how many when you see a McDonald's, what's across the street? Burger King, Wendy's.
Anything's a competitive market. I agree. I think the best analogy would be Storage Wars. Before Storage Wars came live on A&E, and anybody can buy storage units for like $200-300. Now that the TV production came out, made it a reality show, the supply and demand, it's expensive to buy a storage auction now.
Yeah, I mean, they storage units went up like 4x whenever that TV show came out. So that's probably right. But so that industry went like this all the way up, and then all the fools came in. The people that thought they can do it. Listen, we talk about levels here, right? Levels. You got to have your different levels to sell. Somebody who works a 9-to-5 job, has their kids on the week. Has their kids every day, but does things with their kids on the weekend. Says, hey, I'm going to buy a storage unit. They buy one storage unit and realize, what am I going to do with all this shit? Right? Have a yard sale, then have all this stuff left over. Then they donate it to a thrift store, and then they're like, I'm never going to do that again. So that's the greater fool theory, right? And that's what happens in all these businesses, right? Absolutely. It's going to go up, and then it's going to come down and crest, and it's going to level out. It's going to level out more than it did when it started. But I think that's going to happen in the bin store. But you know what though? I was shocked when I was in Vegas. All the big guys in Vegas, all the people in Vegas said that this is an East Coast thing. So in the city of Vegas, which has millions of people, there's no bin stores. It blew me away. You
would think that would be the highest spot, since all of the merchandise that they have there from pawn shops and all this stuff.
Every city there's hustlers. There's especially if you have a lot of flea markets and a community like Florida has a ton of flea markets. Even up in Boston, there's a ton of flea markets in New Hampshire. Those kind of areas are pristine for bin stores, man, because there's resellers, there's flippers, there's all over the place. So I'm shocked. Somebody needs to do Vegas. Somebody needs to do Vegas.
It's just a competitive market, bin store. I think it's just imperative to have great quality, start off great, and start running. It's just like the restaurant. You have the beautiful restaurant. Horrible food doesn't mean it's going to
cream of the crop. Rise to the top, right?
That's right, 100%, 100%. So I got this great story. So my buddy has a pizza shop, a fantastic pizza shop, right? And a new pizza shop opens down the road from him. So what does everybody do in town? They go to, right? Because you want to go to a new place, but then what are you going to do? You're going to compare his. So he came to me crying, not really crying, but all upset. He thought his whole life was ruined because he did really well with this. He was the only pizza shop in our town. So he was doing really well, killing it. And now his sales get cut in half. And I said, buddy, I don't want to say his name, just relax. You got a fantastic product. You run your business the best. Just relax. A month later, he's back. He's like, my sales are right back to where they were. Yep. They went and tried the new pizza shop. They realized it was crappy, and they went right back to my buddy, and now his business is jamming again, and now he's like skydiving. He's like all over the world now. His business must be killing it.
That's great.
So the cream will rise to the top, just like you said. If a bin store opens up next to you and your sales get cut in half and they stay there, you probably shouldn't be in business. You're doing something wrong. You need to raise the value of your merchandise, right? If they get cut in half for a couple of weeks and then they go right back up, you're better than the other one. You just got to beat out your competitors. It's going to happen. It happens. Somebody's just, I'm in Lakeland, and somebody just opened a bin store this weekend or last weekend in Lakeland. Yeah, I don't even know who it is, but maybe they're on this channel. Maybe they're here, but maybe I'm giving the advice and they're opening up next door. But I got to step my game up, right? That's why I have to have this big store in order to have the buying power to get the best merchandise. So it's really important. It's really important. Tommy Seals. Let me see. Wait. Tommy brings us in Jello shots. Yes, Tommy. We love your Jello shots. Anytime you want to bring them in. Samantha, do you buy from electronics recyclers locally? What kind of stuff do they have? Phones, laptops, also the Goodwills. That you will buy pallets by the pound, and do you get to view them before you purchase? Okay. Yes, no, yes, no. So actually, yes, I get a hold of every electronics recycler that I can find. I want to talk to all of them because they're all kind of different and they all get different loads. Remember, they might pick up from, I know there was one electronics recycler that was picked up from overstock.com, right? Overstock.com. They have all the shelf pulls, all the stuff they want to get rid of. And I believe that's located here in Tampa. And so an e-scrap recycler would pick up from them. So they would get pallets and pallets and pallets and pallets and pallets of brand new stuff. All right. So you want to find that recycler. You want to find out who's picking up from Amazon. You want to find out, but don't discount anything. They might pick up from the college in your town. If you go to college in your town, and they're going to get 1,000 keyboards, 1,000 mice, right? That they're going to sell to you for 50 cents each. You throw them in your bin store. It's used, but who cares? You know, they're Microsoft branded. You know, they're probably $32 a piece, and you can throw them in your bin store. It's unlimited what these guys get. I know they're picking up from everybody. Utilize all those avenues, definitely. I know there's a lot more. Yes, I have bought phones and laptops from these businesses. So I used to have a contract with Goodwill in Sarasota County. So I was trying to be a problem solver for Goodwill, like everybody likes. They have some good pallets that they sell. They have the good pallets. I like to buy the golf clubs. I like to buy they have the video game pallets, which are incredible. Media pallets, which were movies and CDs. And then there was one more that I like the artwork because I have my big store. I like the artwork because I would find some incredible artwork.
Don't you love wicker baskets as well?
No, I hated the wicker baskets. So that was the problem. So to be their problem solver, they wanted me to take 48 pallets a week out of there. So in order to get the video games and the media pallets, I had to buy 48 crappy pallets. All right. My store became overflowing with crappy pallets, and it just didn't work out for me. And I have a large store. So if you can get in there and just buy the best pallets, that's a good business plan. But the problem is somebody's already buying them, and you're going to have to go in there with some competitive advantage to get that deal. I mean, it's hard to get it, but if you go in there and keep kissing their butt every week, you're going to have to go in there week after week. Find the warehouse manager at Goodwill week after week after week. Buy them dinner, buy them lunch. I don't know. I don't know if that's illegal, but do whatever you can to get that pallet because, you know, they even send stuff to e-scrap yards, right? All the laptops, you know, they send like laptops and tablets to an e-scrap yard because they might have, and you know what they also send is like the PS4s and the Xbox Ones to scrap yards. Why? Because they are afraid that there's stored credit card information inside those units, and they don't want to sell the unit and have somebody get hacked. So they get rid of them for free. Wow. Remember, e-scrap guys get almost everything, not always everything for free, but they get a lot of stuff for free because they're a convenience.
Yeah. We store our credit cards. There are kids that just buy whatever.
Yeah, I never thought about it too. I'm like, hey, I'll buy all these PS4s. They're like, no, we got to scrap those. Like, why would you scrap PS4s? You don't scrap PS4s. You reload them. Oh, no, no, we don't take that chance. So I get it. Thrifty Resale Central New York, CNY. Where are you from, CNY? I'm from NNY, Northern New York. My problem with New Yorkers is that they think they're Central New York when you're like, so it's New York City, then like Poughkeepsie. They call that upstate. That's not frickin' upstate. There's a whole other state up there, like this big. You know, and I'm from way at the top, almost Canada. Yeah. It always looks easy before you try it yourself.
Yeah, and that's the reason why some businesses don't last.
No, but it's not easy. Nothing's easy, right?
No, but that's.
I mean, for 6 years, I never took a day off. I mean, that's not easy. No. That's not easy. But we built this up to where we are now over the 6 years that I've been in Florida, and I think that we're in a pretty impressive position right now in 6 years. We have the world's largest liquidation store, 2 bin stores. I think that would be the envy of a lot of people. So it's not easy. It's a grind. Imagine being for 5 years in a flea market with no freaking air conditioning, every 7 days a week. Yeah. We never stopped working. You're sweating your nads off every day. You know, customers are complaining. People are stealing. You know, it's hot. We got to ship out eBay stuff. We can't find it. You know, it's a grind. It's a freaking grind. It's a grind. But does it pay off? Yeah, it pays off. And I'd rather work for myself. I'd rather be in this business than, you know, what else could I be doing? I could be selling office chairs, right? I don't know. I do sell office chairs. But what am I not? You know, I could be like the manager of a quarry, right? A rock quarry, right? I don't know what else I could be doing, but I would much rather be able. Know what I can do right now? You know what I can do right now? I can walk out of this building. I can get on an airplane. I can go anywhere I want. right? Because I work for myself. And I encourage everybody to work for themselves. And that's why we're always talking about partnering on things as opposed to, you know, me saying, no, you work for me, right? That's why I like to partner with these guys as opposed to have them as employees. Even Stanley and all of us are working on a business with Stanley right now, so we can bring Stanley to the next level. All of us go to the next level together. You know, we all rise up. I'm kind of fortunate that I built this package and what I built in New York, and now I can afford to do more investing in these kind of things, and I think it's just going to be great for us. It's going to be great for us. I always caution everything. If Bitcoin goes up too much, I'm out of here. So, but then you guys get everything. So.
So thrifty resales.
Syracuse. Yeah, so I'm from Watertown, man. I'm from Adams, New York, which is 45 minutes north of Syracuse, and you're from the outskirts. I don't know if that's north. Yeah, so I'm just down the road from you. I actually owned a health food grocery store in Cicero for a little while called Green Planet Grocery. It didn't really work out with me and the other owners, but my Resale America started up in Watertown. But I love the area. It's a small town. You know, I was happy that I didn't realize how happy I would be moving from the country part of New York to a city like Tampa. But I mean, I think that I just, you know, when incomes, you know, go up by 5x down here versus where I'm from, you know, the opportunities are up 5x or maybe 100x. I don't know if it's exponential, but you know, I love it. I've sold a lot of times at the Syracuse flea market. They have a big flea market there. It gets shut down during the wintertime, I think, when it gets colder. But I've sold a lot of stuff there. I bought and sold all through. I've been to Bernie Broztek's auctions, probably 1,000 of them. You know, that's where I bought a lot of my merchandise from. Now I'm really into truckloads. The beauty of the new market is that you don't have to leave it. You don't have to leave your office anymore in order to get merchandise. Sure. And if you're big enough, you know, when you're small, you have to, because you've got to go out and find 1 pallet or 2 pallets or 5 pallets. When you're big, you just sit back and buy the truckloads. And so
that's a great segue to Miles McGowan's question.
Yeah. So one last thought on that. Economies of scale dictate that you get things for cheaper. Okay. Yeah. So the bigger you get, the cheaper you can buy things for, and then you can allocate labor and resources amongst a broader spectrum, if that makes sense. So having 3 stores, you know, I only need 1 personal assistant for 3 stores. When I have 10 stores, I still only need 1 personal assistant, and that cost can be broken up amongst all 10 stores. So that's economies of scale. You should really get to know that term, and that, you know, that definitely helps your business out. So, okay. Miles McGowan.
He says, tips for buying their very first pallet. I've been reselling for 6 months through auctions, garage sales, storage units, and such. But I am looking to get into pallets.
I mean, I think that okay, we're talking about layers, and you seem like you have your layers set up. So you do auctions, garage sales, storage units, and such. I'm hoping you do eBay, because you really need to have an online platform to maximize the expensive items and the hard to sell items. Like you might get
potential profit. Yeah,
you might get, like, you know, what's the #1 selling item on eBay? Do you know the #1 category?
Electronics.
It's commercial merchandise. So anything commercial.
Like electronic commercial merchandise.
Well, commercial electronics would be one thing, okay. Yeah. But you know, so if you find the right attachment to a PT chamber that fits on a Ford track, I don't even know, I'm making that up, right? But you know, that costs $1,800 new because a farmer needed to buy it. You buy it at an auction for $7 because nobody knows what it is. You throw it on eBay and make $800 on it. You know, that happens all the time in commercial and industrial. Is the #1. Industrial is the #1 category in eBay. So I would look at that. I would look anything industrial, commercial, look for those kind of things, because businesses pay out their ass. Listen, if I need something for my business, you know, I'm the owner, I'm going to be a little more frugal on it, right? But let's say I tell Paul, buy me a new Canon camera right there. Paul don't give a shit what he spends, right? Mm-hmm. Paul's just going to go ahead and go purchase, right? And so that happens all over the world. Imagine Amazon, right? Amazon probably not only sells the most stuff in the world, but probably buys the most, right? Because they need office paper, computers, printers. Mm-hmm. They need all that. So who's in charge of that, right? They don't give a, I mean, you know, when they're buying, even like the military, right? The military, they give credit cards to certain people, and they're allowed to spend $20,000 on that credit card without asking permission. Above that, it has to go to like a contracting sector, right? So if they want to buy a Bitcoin bull and they have that $20,000 credit card and it's government money, do they care if it's $50 or $100? They don't give a shit, right? They just swipe it. Other people's money, OPM. People love to spend OPM. OPM, was that, where do we go here? I don't know where I got on that tangent.
Sorry, tips for buying the very first pallet.
Oh, that was the eBay. Yeah, that's why we got on eBay. We got on commercial. So yeah, make sure you have eBay. I think I would buy, and I don't know if you guys agree, I want your opinion, is that I would buy the 6 foot tall. Because he does garage sales and flea markets. Did he say flea markets?
Smalls?
Garage sales. Yeah.
But the thing is that buying one pallet versus buying a truckload, I'm going to say that it's harder to do to buy one pallet because now we're looking to find somebody that buys truckloads, and can I buy one pallet from that person? So when I bought a pallet, I went to a liquidation a company. So I went to Tito and I bought a pallet. And then through Tito, I was able to buy more and more through you. So I built that connection. So the first thing I would do is look for liquidation stores in your area and just buy one pallet at the time. That's how I would start.
Yeah.
I mean, we're two halves of the whole.
It's
Like
okay.
my store, I do different videos, and when I look at if I'm going to buy a pallet, if I just bought one pallet, I'm thinking I'm already 1,000 in, so now I have to make money. I have to go pay to set up somewhere. So we're doing flea markets. Some fees are like $25, so I'm down there. The 6 foot tall has got a lot of smalls, but I mean, if we're busting out $1 a piece, we're going to have to sell exponential. So I agree with buying more than one pallet. For sure.
Yeah.
Well, but I thought you were going to go to a different angle. So Paul does a lot of the, putting together and organizing all of our big furniture and, office chairs and stuff. So I would think that could be, let's say you're operating out of your garage, right? You buy the Amazon large pallets. So that's going to be a treadmill, office, one pallet is going to have a treadmill, office chair, a TV, and something else, right? 4 items, but they're cheap. They're only a few $100. So the treadmill, you're going to, during Corona, you couldn't keep a treadmill in stock. You're going to be able to, on Facebook Marketplace, get a few $100 out of the treadmill, $100 out of the chair. I don't know what the TV, a couple $100 out of the TV, and whatever the other items are on there. So maybe it might be easier to start with the bigger stuff if you have the space. But if you want to do I don't know, I'd buy one big and one small. How about that? Can we compromise?
Yeah, no, for sure. I was fixated on the 6 foot, like the cell phone cases.
Yeah, you get so you get a lot in there, and then you get a lot of crap. So
what I mean, so like making your money back is going to take a lot longer than you would want, unless you're pushing, hustling, and being hungry. Like I said, eBay is a great avenue for selling, customized, specific phone cases.
True.
Nobody's going to. How many people go to the yard sale when they look? Oh, well, discover show all their phone cases.
Here's where I was coming at. Me being a first-time pallet buyer, I want to go and see the pallet. I want to be able to see what's in it because I'm just starting. So I don't really have options of going online to buy a mystery pallet. So I'm starting off. I really want to see that pallet. I'm going to go to somewhere local to buy it. And it's whatever I can get from there. But
some consumers won't let you dig through because then it'll be compromised.
Yeah.
Very true.
Or you can go on B-Stock, right? B-Stock sells 1 pallet, 2 pallets, 3 pallets,
and
it's manifested. Most of them are manifested. So But remember, even manifest, they're guaranteed 95% accuracy. It doesn't always work out that way. But remember, a lot of times what you get is 50% new condition, 25% used condition, and 25% no good. I think if you keep that in mind, whenever you're bidding on these items, that you can get some good values on B-Stock. A lot more people are going on there, so prices are definitely going up. It used to be cheap. I used to be able to buy Amazon for like 7% of retail, and now I can't. Now it's like 25, 30%.
So if you guys are first buying a pallet, would you lean towards a manifested pallet, or would you lean towards an unmanifested pallet, a mystery box?
Mystery box.
You would definitely go for
Well, it depends what kind of mystery box, right? Because you don't want one that somebody pilfered through. And that happens a lot in these pallet sellers, right? They go through everything and sell the crap. So now you're buying the crap. I mean, we do, if you can get like the sealed mystery boxes we are getting, I like that idea, right? Because nobody touched them.
Absolutely.
We sell them for $400, and some people don't like it. Some people find great value. So it's, you know, it's a gamble, right? This mystery boxes are a gamble, right? You're rolling the dice. That's rolling the dice, Paul. Not That's-
The only reason I would say that I'm manifesting it because hypothetically you do from CVS, you know, toothbrush is $39.99 and it says retail value on it.
Oh, I
They
like
try to
that.
sell it that way. So
Yeah.
that's fine.
yeah.
That's what
All right, Tommy, my man, says we missed that flea market, but man, it was hot. You guys made that visit for us every time. Always great to hang with you. Certainly, Tommy. And he brings up another point. If you're going to do a flea market, right, and you're going to sit on your butt and do this the whole time, you know, don't get in this damn business, right? And Tommy will attest to it. I had a microphone. We had music playing. It was right. There's music going, and I'm like, hey, you know, welcome to, and I don't even know what we called it back in the day, but you know, everything is on sale. Everything's got to go. Ignore all the prices. I just got to sell everything. We got a whole new load coming in next week, and then I would rip down through what I had. Right? It was incredible because I'd be like, I have Bluetooth adapters for your car for $5. Now, I had a big flea market. You know, my Bluetooth adapters were right over here in this corner. They never would have found them if I didn't tell them about them. You know, so then all of a sudden 7 people come up and want. So I'm selling Bluetooth adapters. I'm handing them out $5 a piece, and then everybody says like, "Well, what's going on over there?" Right? They're like, "Hey, what's going on?" Like, I want one of those because they see everybody else buying them, and I made so much money doing it that way. It was just, but if you're going to say, I'm going to tell you, I was in the flea market. I walk into somebody's booth and I'm like, where the hell is there anybody here? And then they'd be like over in the corner watching a movie on their phone, right?
Even in my little booth that I had, I only had a table, and I had my wife, you know, dressed up cute, and she was saying, she was saying, "Hey, would you guys like a, tattoo? Would you guys like a tattoo?" And we would attract more people. But if we were just sitting there on our phone, like Tom right now, then we wouldn't get anything.
That's the number one cardinal rule for the smell of the customer's face because the more obliged to buy.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
Customers first.
Leave an impression.
And then they come back all the time. They come back. I mean, we had people driving for hours to get to that flea market and resellers. And, you know, it was so much fun. Thanks for the kind words, Tommy. You know, I love you. My heart goes out to you and your family. What number would Bitcoin have to hit for you to quit liquidation? All right. We're talking about Bitcoin again. So, I mean, the prediction is Bitcoin should be $150,000 to $250,000 conservatively, you know, in February, March, April of next year. But remember, my bigger holding is Ethereum. I own a lot more Ethereum. If you look at the past 12 months, Ethereum's gone up 900%. If you look at the past 12 months for Bitcoin, it's gone up 300%. Both phenomenal returns, right? Both. I mean, and there's other coins that have gone up a lot more than that. There's one coin that his wife's into, Axie Infinity, and that went up 48,000% in 1 year.
Insane.
It blows your mind. So if you can get in early on some of these projects, the returns are incredible. Okay, so Ethereum probably would have to go to, and I own a lot of Ethereum.
Did you see Ace's graph this morning? That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was interesting. If Ethereum gets to $10,000, I'm probably going to start planning my exit. So right now it's about 4,000. It was 4,000 the other day. The highest it's been is about 4,500. We had a big downturn the other day, about 20%. But it will get there. I'm so convinced. I mean, the expansion of this market, the usage of this market, the developers on Ethereum, you know, everything about the project is just incredible. So yeah, if it got to 10,000, I would start my plans, meaning that I would have plenty of money that I could start saying, hey, employees, get ready. Yeah. Get ready. I'm going to exit and we're going to work this out together. So yeah, that's my Bitcoin in summary there, my crypto summary. It's certainly taken me on a path that I never dreamed would happen, and I'm very excited about it. All right, what's your advice on someone looking to start a new bin store or liquidation store? You know, my best advice, Ralph, is get your money right. Get your freaking money right first, and then go off your ass and do it right. Listen to Grant Cardone a little bit, right? Grant Cardone, which I don't really listen to much anymore, or listen to Gary Vee, right? I mean, the biggest thing that they say is get off your ass and do it, right? There's so many people that plan, think, talk about. Get off your ass and get to work. Get to work, man. I mean, and you know what? And I'm not, if you don't have your, let's say that you do have just a marginal amount of money, but if you're a hustler, man, you can make it work too. Let's say you're only working with $10,000. You can make it happen, man. Start at a flea market, start somewhere, and then graduate to the next level. Make it happen. There's so many people that sit on the sidelines. There's so many people that trade their time for money. Maybe what you should do to get started is trade your time for money Monday through Friday, and then hit a flea market every weekend, right? You know, my wife hated it the 5 years that I worked every weekend, 7 days a week. She hated it, right? Complained, we never get to go to the beach. We never, you know, but now that she is sitting on a nest egg, she loves it. She stopped complaining. And you know, it'll change your life, but you have to make that commitment. And I get you got to be with your family. And, you know, I was with my family. I brought my kids to work with me. They had to work for me. You know, they worked for me and they got paid, and they put half their money into Bitcoin. So
there's stuff after.
We did stuff after. You know, we were there 8 in the morning till 5 at night every day, 7 days a week. And then afterwards we'd go to dinner. We'd have a good time. I'd take my wife out on dates, you know. But it's a sacrifice. But you have to remember, being rich is a 20-year journey. Yeah. It's a 20-year journey. You have to decide when you're going to start that journey, you know. All right, Mike. What's up, Mike? How do I know Mike somewhere. All right. Hi, Tom and friends. Is there any other online source besides Bstock that liquidates multiple vendors? Liquidation.com is one, right? You can go there. Bstock. You know, there's a lot of other sites out there. The problem is that you got to be careful of these sites, because what they're doing, and I think it's like maybe small lots or quick lots. So they're buying truckloads. They're taking the cherry pick, the 10% off the top. And then they're giving you the marginal stuff. You know, there's some people that buy truckloads and take everything that is brand new in the box out. Doesn't matter what it is, and then sells you everything else. So it's not that you don't get bad stuff, you just don't get the good stuff. Yeah. So if there's an iPhone that's not in its box, you'll get that in there. So that's good. But if there's an iPhone brand new in this package, that you won't get that. So just be careful of those guys. I like the ones that aren't touched, that don't have an online presence, that don't like to sell things elsewhere. You know, so Bstock is one of the best. Liquidation.com. I don't know if I've bought in any other place. I know there's plenty. There's lots of them out there, but I'd probably stick to those two to start.
There's plenty of local ones here too that I reached out to. Yeah,
and then I would also recommend, though, remember, all of these sites have different sides. So Bstock has a side where you buy directly from the retailers, all right? So you're buying from Amazon, you're buying from Walmart, you're buying from Target, all right? That's Bstock. That's one side. The other side is independent sellers. And you have to be really freaking careful of those independent sellers, because sometimes they're dumping their garbage on you. I've bought I bought loads on there, and they were garbage. They're trash. I bought a load of Wayfair, you know, from somebody right here in Florida on the East Coast. East Coast might be in their name, and it was trash. What I could tell what they did is they bought Wayfair, put the good stuff. I've been to their store, put the furniture out, and anything that was broken or missing parts, they made a truckload and sold it back as Wayfair. That is scammy, shitty stuff to do to people in this business. One time I bought a truckload of clothing from a lady in Miami, right? And the picture was Amazon clothing all bagged up. So I got 24 pallets, what I thought was Amazon clothing all bagged up, because they showed 10 different pictures of bagged up Amazon clothing. When it got delivered to me, it was all dirty clothes. So I think this person might have been a clothing reseller, and it came in they must have sorted good clothing and bad clothing, and they gave me all the pallets of bad clothing. They are shitty people. They should not be in this business, and they need to be called out. If I knew that lady's name, I would, you know, I'm saying that. East Coast Liquidators, the one I bought the Wayfair load off of. East Coast Liquidators. They sold me a shitty Wayfair load, and I don't know that lady's name in Miami, but I would never buy. You know, be careful of the private side. Right. There's a reason people are selling that. Not that there's not some good resellers on there. You know, I'm not saying they're all bad, but just be careful. Just be careful.
Build those relationships with. I would say build those relationships with local liquidators and local wholesalers.
Jump off. Guest speaker just got here. If he wants to jump on.
Justin.
I know we're streaming on like 6 different sites, but everybody on my homepage, Resale America Lakeland, appreciate you watching. Anybody that buys pallets, make sure you're following, subscribing on Liquidation Motivation, and we'll see you in the next video.
All right, Paul. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, man. Come on, Justin. Come on into the camera. So everybody, this is the smartest guy I know here. This is Justin. We do Pump Your Coin Bitcoin podcast, which we're going to film here in a few minutes. We normally do it at home, but today we are going to look at your
Special day. I love it. Yeah, the background. This is
I would have worn my jersey. Somebody told me.
Justin has season tickets to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So, I'm going to go down there. We're going to tailgate. I'm going to bring Stan with me today. We're going to film tailgating, okay?
Nice.
All right?
Awesome.
Yeah. We're pretty excited, man. We're pretty excited. I'm excited to go to the game. I mean, I didn't have tickets. And then my daughter's boyfriend calls me up. Hey, I bought a ticket for somebody and he can't go. Do you want it? I'm like, hell yeah, I'll go. So I have to bring this 15-year-old kid with me. He's a nice kid. He's a good kid.
You mean 15-year-old's going to bring you?
That's probably right.
This 15-year-old's going to bring this old man.
Can he drive? I wonder if he can drive. That might be beneficial. All right. What do we got next? Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. All right. Second Amazon distribution opened and still can't find people who pick up the returns. Tried the sitting on Amazon looking for a U-Haul and box trucks. No luck. Any tips? I would check the e-scrap recyclers in your area. Look for them. I mean, I don't really know. I mean, first of all, it's cold as shit up where you live, buddy. That's why I moved out of there. I don't know if they ship things out of there or how they handle it, but I would keep looking. Go to Facebook Marketplace, see if anybody's selling Amazon stuff on there. Look for anything new. Anybody who has anything new from Amazon, contact them because they might be a bulk buyer or somebody who's getting the loads.
Do you think it might be just a new distribution center, and that's the reason why he doesn't see anything?
Well, there would be a transition. Yeah, there will be a small period of time before they start pulling off merchandise off their shelves, because you think they're putting everything on there as fresh merchandise, and then it might take 6 months before they decide, oh, we have, this seller is no good, we have to pull their merchandise off. So yeah, that might be the answer. Justin said Ethereum's at $3,500 now. Yeah, we took a little dip. So Justin's a big Cardano fan. So, Cardano, how much Cardano up in the last year?
3,300%.
3,300%. I was bragging about the 900% of Ethereum. But
yeah, no, it's super good. I mean, that's, if you like less gains.
If you like less gains. And higher risk. But yeah, so he's been doing fantastic. He's he's been doing, he has a great big bag of Cardano, which has brought him, he's taken that journey too. I'm so happy that I'm the guy that got Justin into it. And he's just like enamored. I mean, he's full time now thinking about crypto. He can't get away from it.
I actually learned my lesson about not listening to you. So this goes back, and this is perfect for this. Probably 6 years ago, you tried to bring me into the liquidation business when you were very first starting. And I was like, I don't know if I have time for that. I don't know if and I regret that. So I was smart enough to listen to you and get into crypto a year ago.
I remember we had meetings, right? Because we were going to do an Amazon private label company. So Justin's a tech guy, right? So he's got the spreadsheets and the analysis and the percentages, right? I'm not that guy. I'm the guy let's throw shit against the wall and you be the, like Esteban's an organizing, and you two probably would get along really well. So, I wanted to do an Amazon private label, but it just wasn't, he just didn't see the vision, which is cool. And that, actually, it didn't work out for me. I tried it still, and it didn't work out, which it happens in business. But yeah, I'm so excited. And yeah, the returns he's getting in Cardano are insane. So I say whenever Bitcoin gets up to a certain level, which I really mean Ethereum, that I'm gonna quit this business, give it to my employees, and walk away and go work on a project somewhere. So I guarantee you, this guy's gonna be right next to me. We're gonna be we're gonna solve one of the world's problems. That's my goal. Solve one of the world's problems. I want to work on I want to work on the poor. And I don't think that anybody should sleep on a dirt floor in this world. And I don't care if you're an American or what country you're from. And when you start visiting the other countries and you see the poverty that's there, I think Bitcoin can fix all of that. I honestly believe that crypto and Bitcoin can fix all that. And when I get to the level where I can, actually contribute to that, I can make an honest contribution to it. I want to live my life that, and then when I do die on a beach somewhere with whiskey in one hand and a cigarette in the other one, which, I know I got bad habits. I don't smoke, but I will when I'm getting older. And, then I'll feel like my life is fulfilled, right? My life will be fulfilled. So I mean, I think it's a good goal. How about them Cowboys? Let's go. Prescott, baby. I hope you're healthy, man. You know, I got so disappointed last year. So disappointed. So, like I said, I want a half Cowboys, a half Tampa Bay shirt for tonight. I don't know if I can find one.
No.
I
think I have the lead.
I might get kicked out of the tailgating party now.
I'm a diehard Patriots fan, so I'm
So this hurts your heart.
Well, not really. I feel like a Tom Brady came to Tampa just for me. You know?
That's awesome. Justin said, Tom for president. Let's go, baby. Let's go. I don't know. Tricky Dick. What did Tricky Dick do? This, you know? So, yeah, thanks, Justin. Yeah, I really appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, we you know, if you ever want to watch our podcast, which is Pump Your Coin, which we just have a couple episodes out, but we plan on doing it on a daily. You know, we really talk about the real world problems, how the money system affects everybody, not only in the United States, but the rest of the world. So
It's so crazy how the U.S. dollar affects the entire world.
Yeah, I mean, you get that perspective,
Yeah.
right, from the Philippines. You know, his wife is Filipino, so he sees what happens. He sees that, you know, we benefit from the printing of the money here, but everybody else has to live with the sacrifice, which is the inflation that it causes. So it's good for us and bad for them, and I think that crypto fixes all of that.
Yeah,
I think that when money gets fixed, that the whole world, you know, and I'm a diehard. Justin's a diehard conservative. I've always been a diehard conservative, but I've certainly changed my mind about you know how wealth should be used and how the richest country in the world, what we should do. You know, we're very happy to spend $1 million dropping a bomb somewhere, but yet we won't spend $1 million to bring somebody out of poverty. You know, I think, and there's a careful balance, and I know Justin thinks there's a careful balance there, but you know, this is a liquidation channel. It's not politics or you know anything. So, any other questions?
There's a liquidation question. Is there such thing as a liquidation co-op or team up to buy truckloads? And that's a good question.
You know, so I run the Facebook group Bin Store Co-op, which is really for bin stores or truckload buyers. So I am trying to develop a co-op. If anybody wants to take the project over, I'm more than happy. I think there's 6,000 people in there, and every morning I wake up, 100 people want to join it. So, and my goal was to find a contract seller and bring them into our group, negotiate a rate, and we all pay, let's say, $500 commission per truckload. You know, versus you see some of those brokers out there charging $5,000 and $6,000, right? The one company's trying to charge $6,000 a broker a load. That's ridiculous, and that makes guys like you and me not able to turn a profit. So, so we are working on that. I am working with a few other people to try to get the actual contract. So if that happens, we'll offer that to the group. We're trying to find solutions so that we can fix this supply chain issue. And, you know, everybody knows I got scammed by freaking Steven. I don't know. I hope Steven's on here. So Steven, you know, I hate Steven. I sent him $13,000 and I got nothing from him, but I made the mistake, right? I sent the wire to his wife. I'm an idiot. I shouldn't have sent it to a person. I should have made sure it was a company. So that's my fault. It's my fault. It was a $13,000 mistake. My fault. Thrifty Resale said that would be a great idea, the co-op. We're certainly working on it. So if you haven't joined the group, Bin Store Co-op on Facebook, join that. And it's evolving, guys. It's evolving. The group's only been around for a few months. It's evolving. But what's great about the group is you can put a question in there and you'll get 50 responses from people answering your questions about this business, about this industry. We don't let brokers post in there, so it doesn't get muddied up with 1,000 different brokers posts. It's all about the community helping each other. So use it for that now, and then whenever we develop the co-op so that we can all get together. You know, normally a co-op, like you pay in like a yearly fee, I think most of the time, like say you pay $1,000, but then you get everything at cost, right? So your total commission, I mean, your total fees for the whole year is $1,000, but then the co-op can hire people to manage all of that stuff for you. And, you know, so if you buy 50 loads in a year and you're only paying $1,000, you know, your commission is $100 a load. Not your commission. The commission you're paying is $100 a load. So then it becomes really cost effective. But it takes a staff of people to do that, and that's what we're kind of working on to see if we can get that growing. Seems like it would be super hard to split a load between a bunch of people. You know, it is, Samantha. It is whenever, especially if the load is different. Like if you get a truckload of Amazon smalls, you know you're getting 24 pallets of 6-foot smalls, right? So that's easy to split in 3. Everybody gets 8 pallets. I get the first 8, second 8, third 8. That's simple. But when it comes in like an Amazon or a turbo load, sometimes a turbo load comes with 1 pallet with 1 item in it, right? A broken item, you know, and then there'll be mediums and then there'll be smalls. And it's like, oh no, you're getting more of this. So it does become harder that way. But if they're consistent like the smalls, it's really easy to split those order. David said, anybody in Colorado want to connect and meet up? Text me. I like David. David's a great man. David took me to Hooters the other day for lunch. So that's one way to get a meeting with me is invite me to Hooters.
I think I've had to do that before.
Justin has done that before. We went to Hooters. You know, I love their smoked wings, you know, and their beer, obviously their beer. So David's, if you can't see the comments, David's text number is 863-529-7392. Oh, there you go. That's on the screen, right? Everybody can see that, right? All right, perfect. Yeah, get a hold of David. David, you know, travels all around Colorado and Arizona to buy pallets. He uses warehouses to store it before he goes picks it up, so the shipping's less. Then he rents U-Hauls because David's in an area that gets too many like people are moving to Colorado, not moving out. So the U-Haul fee is sometimes free because he will take the U-Haul to where they need them. So it's a great idea for, you know, so yeah, I never thought about that, but yeah, David gets great prices on U-Hauls. Yeah, so David, he has a warehouse in Colorado and in Phoenix. If anybody wants to share some loads, there you go, David. Is that it?
No, one more. Seems like it.
Seems like it'd be super. Yeah, I addressed that one. Yeah. So that is awesome. We've been 1 hour on the live. Hey, we're gonna wrap it up because we got a busy day. Look right here, right? Can you? I mean, I can't see what's on that green screen, but all right. No, I want to be this way. Here.
Go Brady.
This. All right. What side you guys gonna go on? I'm on the Cowboys side, baby.
How can you wear that?
Wait, I'm gonna run. Go Cowboys. I can't tell where I'm at. I'm always backwards. No, I love it. I love it. I am in the middle. I love being in Tampa. You know, I never was in a sports town before. And, you know, we got the Lightning. We got the Buccaneers. We got what's the baseball team called?
The Rays.
The Rays.
He's a huge fan.
I don't know. I just can't sit there and watch guys do this all day.
Tampa Bay.
I used to like it. Yeah, we are just the reigning champ. So I went to the World Series last year.
Nice.
And, you know, when I watched the Dodgers play the Rays, right?
Yeah.
So, and, you know, my dad's a big Dodger fan, you know, but it was during Corona. So, like, they sat like 4 people per row. Yeah. It was so crazy. There was like nobody there. It was like my dream to go to the World Series. I went to the Super Bowl last year. That dream came true. But I've never been to the Stanley Cup. And you've been to the Stanley Cup.
At the game they won. Yeah. The final game.
So cool. So cool, man. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. So, hey, thanks for watching. Resale America.
One more comment.
Uh-oh. Samantha Smith. Is Storage Treasure is the only one site for buying storage units? I hate their setup. It seems like they have someone bidding from their facility, and some auctions just end without you give an extra 10 minutes. You know, I agree with you, Samantha. Storage Treasure sucks. It sucks. It's the only site that I use. I know there's other sites out there. You can go to, there's still live auctions. So a great place to find live auctions is auctionzip.com. You know, pre-corona, that's where all the auctions were. It's slowed down a lot now because some aren't doing in-house, but go to auctionzip.com. Storage Treasures. I have bought a lot off Storage Treasures, but I've had the same damn thing. I'll be the high bidder and the auction ends. And then, you know, I'm like, where's my winning email? And then all of a sudden I refresh it and somebody else won the auction and I don't know what's going on.
Sniping.
Well, no, you can't snipe on there because whenever you bid, it adds 5 minutes. Yeah, so they have it set up right, but there's something screwy in the algorithm or whatever it is that in the software, it is messed up. And I had a lot of times where I had problems. I even won an auction one time and I called them because I'm coming to pick it up. And they said, sir, we sold it back to the owner. I'm like, how can you sell it to the owner? I already paid for it, right? Because auctions, it takes their fees out. Not auctions, Storage Treasure take their fees out. But they said that, and I didn't know this rule, you have to get there before the owner gets there. If the owner gets there before you, you lose the unit. I didn't know that rule. I would have been like there immediately. So it was a whole printing company that I bought for like $8,000. It was probably $100,000 worth of merchandise for $8,000. So I lost out on that. But No, but yeah, so Packers are playing the Saints in Jacksonville. Go, Pack, go. There you go, David. I love the Packers. My wife's a Packers fan. Thank you, guys. Said Ben. Thank you, guys. Thank you for everything. Thank you for all the questions. Remember, Resale America, Lakeland Square Mall, 110,000 square foot, largest liquidation store in the world. Bin store is called Deal Days, one in Winter Haven, Florida, 2820 Wrecker Highway, one in Port Richey, Florida. Go over there, see Jen. She is in Jasmine Plaza. We just sent her a great load today. She's got Amazon Electronics in that load. She wants me to mention her every video. Beautiful woman. Go over there and see Jen. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you for Justin for stepping in.
Yeah.
Esteban, as always. Thanks for watching. Now go out there and make some money. Hey guys, it's Tom from Resale America, and I just want to tell you about the incredible financing offer that we have here in the store. That's right. We offer ACEMA here at Resale America. What is ACEMA? ACEMA is easy financing that you can do from your own home. Right now, you can do it from your phone at your own home. All you need is $1,000 in monthly income, 3 to 4 months worth of income, and a checking account in good standing. That's right, that's all you need. What can you get with ACEMA? You can buy just about anything in our store. Furniture, electronics, sporting goods, collectibles, anything that we have in this store qualifies for the ACEMA financing. Simple, easy, 90 days, same as cash financing. That's what I said, 90 days, same as cash. All you have to do is text 44683 to 22462. Simple financing. You can do it at your home, sitting in your chair at home, right on your cell phone. Text 44683 to 22462. So if you're looking to make a major purchase and you want to spread those payments out for 90 days, you can take it home today. Remember, ACEMA financing, Resale America, where our prices are insane.